This is a Global Player original podcast. Hello?
Hello? Oh my God, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. You're actually here, and so am I.
We're here.
We're actually here.
Get the party started.
Well, let me turn you up. You're very quiet.
Can you hear me now?
I can. No, I can't. Where are you?
Oh yeah, are you there?
No. Oh God, it's so hot. I can't bear it.
Shut up.
Well, it's hot there, isn't it?
It's actually I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, if you can believe that.
Wow. Oh my God, that's hot.
And you can. Oh, never mind.
No, I don't want to imagine.
I was going to say something hilarious, but I can't be bothered.
Oh, go on. I need a laugh.
No.
All right.
You get nothing.
I've got to turn everything off, I suppose.
Yeah, check the settings.
Check the settings. Oh, there's another link come through now. Oh, God.
Right, never mind about all that. They won't have any idea what we're talking about.
No.
Anyway, just trust us, people. This took forever. It took like 2 days to get together, didn't it?
Yes. 2 days and almost as many emails.
Yeah, like thousands of them. Where are you? I'm here.
Thousands and thousands of emails. Yeah. Oh, God, let me put the aircon on.
Air conditioning. Blimey. You're ruining the planet, Carol. Why don't you just sit there and sweat? Think of the polar bears.
Well, because I don't have to sit here and sweat because I've got air conditioning.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, yeah. 71 degrees here. In Dubai, it's 111. Oh, my God.
Flipping heck.
Why does anybody ever go there? 111 today, 110 tomorrow, 107, 111, 113, 115. Oh, my God. Why does anybody live there?
I don't know. Actually, I know someone who lives there. They moved from Cheshire. I think they lived in Cheshire before, and now they live in Dubai. And it's like, I mean, how on earth do you acclimatise to that?
Why do they do? It's for money, right?
I presume. I don't know. Yeah,
that's absolutely mad. Because while you're earning money, that's your life ticking away. You're spending your life there for a bit of extra money. And you know what people think of it on their deathbed? Gosh, I wish I'd avoided more taxes. No, of course they don't.
Yeah, but no one. They don't pay tax in Dubai, do they?
I think that's specifically why people go there.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame them then in that case. But why would you go and live somewhere where you just literally can't go outside?
Yeah, madness.
Because you can't breathe. You go out and you can't literally breathe.
Yes. Yeah, it's a small thing, but, you know.
Well, yeah, but you know what it's like when it's so hot? Like if someone blows a heater in your face, you can't breathe. So
we had those 2 hot days here a couple of weeks ago, and I was loving it because I didn't have to go into town. I mean, if I had to go to town, it would have been awful, but I didn't. All I had to do was commute from the kitchen to the garden chair outside. And there was a little, just the slightest breeze making it pleasant for me. I mean, if you're just sitting there doing nothing, it's fine. But then around lunchtime, the breeze dropped. And even I said, God, it's a bit hot, isn't it?
See, this is the other thing. Why do people always feel the need to say it's hot when obviously everybody around you knows it is? Mm-hmm. Because they're there.
And they pull that word out that they never use under any other circumstances all year long. The word gosh, as in gosh, it's hot.
No, I don't know anyone who uses that word. That's like a really old word, isn't it? Gosh.
For old people.
Yeah, golly gosh. Golly gosh.
Well, you can't say that.
You can't say that. Yeah, are you allowed to? I was just thinking that.
Uh-oh.
I was just thinking you probably aren't allowed to say that. It's just a word, Nicholas. It's just a word.
Just a word, yeah. Right. Dean and Carol, an idea for sausages and dingleberries topic, because we've had one in reserve, haven't we, for a couple of weeks now. Can you remember what it was?
Hobbies.
Hobbies is the right answer. Would you like to play for the boat?
Well, actually, yeah, I could do with a boat actually down here.
What was that show that they used to have? The terrible prizes. And, where do you live? Oh, I live on the 20th floor of a tower block. Oh, well, you just won a new boat.
That was Bullseye, wasn't it? Was it Bullseye? Yeah, it was Bullseye.
And they'd have these scantily clad ladies on, stroking fridges and stuff like that.
It was Bullseye, yeah, with Jim Bowen.
Right, Jim Bowen.
And they would win like real crap stuff.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there would be a boat sitting there and these people would look at it as if to say, what the hell am I going to do with that?
And I didn't really watch that at the time, so I was very vaguely aware of it. But actually thinking back, it's properly hilarious that the booby prize was a dustbin.
No, that was the other one, 3, 2, 1, wasn't it?
Wasn't that Jim Bowen?
No, that was the one. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but that was 3, 2, 1, where we'd go like that with his 3 fingers.
With his fingers, yeah.
Yeah, and one. That was the booby prize. It was a dusty bin.
Yeah, it was a dustbin.
Dusty bin.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It was Dusty Bin.
Yeah, but it was a dustbin, though. That's a prize. That's excellent.
It was actually a dustbin with legs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And eyes.
And I was talking about...
googly eyes. You allowed to say googly?
Googly, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay, then.
Not golly, though.
No. You certainly can't say it twice.
What? Look, people say golly gosh. Oh, golly gosh. It's
That's
not like...
4 times.
Yeah. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a word, right?
Okay. Yeah, the post is just gone by and he hasn't come back again, so maybe it's... Oh, no. He's walked off.
Are you expecting something?
Well, no. But you never know, do you?
Yeah, I know. The postman here, yeah.
So, the postmen in France, I can't imagine what they're like. They're just like stand in the road and just chuck it in your garden and shrug their shoulders and go, pfft.
No, they don't actually. They have keys to your mailbox. So they put things in it for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. They go around their little electric vehicles. You can hear them going up the road. And then clank. The door of the thing opens and they put things in it, and then it's usually junk because the postman delivers the junk mail as well.
Right.
Weirdly. So, yeah.
Anyway, I didn't get to the end of it. So we got hobbies. That's in case you stray, in case you say golly again. Got hobbies and ideas for sausages and dingleberries topic. This is a good one. School trips you went on as children.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Says Rue. Best wishes, Rue. Thanks a lot, Rue. Good suggestion.
Right, well, I'm writing these down.
Well, I'm writing them down.
No, you're not.
I am. Just written it down. I blooming well have. Hobbies.
You're not.
Hobbies and school trips. Written it down. There you are, see? Right. And I'm going to blast through some of these because we've been very, very bad. We're very bad at our jobs. Yeah,
I know. I totally understand. And I did look at a few of the letters that came through this week, and people I think are just losing the will to live.
Did you see the one that was? Have you ever had an MRI scan?
I have had I've had quite a few MRI scans.
Yeah. I love that noise. I find it actually quite relaxing. I come out of those things. And it's like I've been in a trance. What's that?
Yeah, they're quite hypnotic.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
But because you can't take any metal in there, I assumed that it was impossible to record them. But somebody sent us a recording of one. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see that.
No, it's very good, very good.
Well, how on earth can you record that noise?
I have no idea, but they did. And then they put it through like a keyboard, like one of them keyboard wizard things, and they made it play Smoke on the Water. It's hilarious.
Play it. Can you play it? Because
well, I'll see. Are we allowed to play music on this?
I think you get a limit of like 10 seconds or something, don't you? Yeah. That you're allowed to.
All right. Well, I'll insert it because I can't play it now. But or can I? Can I play it now?
Well, I could play it, but I can't because I'm not allowed to open my email because it keeps going boom.
Right.
And then you go, what was that?
Oh, I see. It's my fault.
It's your fault, yeah. No, I didn't see that. Someone's got... How can someone record an MRI? As you say, you can't record them, can you? You can't take anything in there.
No, you can't. Well, now, hang on a minute. Maybe I can pull it up from my history. Well,
it's a link. Is it a link?
Yeah, it's... Oh, here we go. See, all of that.
Oh my God, that actually that makes me shudder. Into that there.
And then the good bit comes. Isn't that great?
That is brilliant. Aren't people clever? How do they do that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, that's so... I'm going to find that. I'm going to keep it. It will be in my email as well, won't it, somewhere?
I want to make that my ringtone. In fact, I want to make it my doorbell.
Funny thing about, that's a good idea. MRI scans is they give you headphones to listen to music, but you can't hear it because the scanner is so loud.
So loud, yeah.
So it's just completely pointless.
I like it when it goes... Oh
God, I've had loads of those, and I always fall asleep. So there must be something in that kind of hypnotic noise.
Yeah.
And you think, how on earth can you fall asleep in here when it's so loud?
You know, can you imagine if the people upstairs in your flat were making that noise? You wouldn't be able to fall asleep. You wouldn't find it relaxing, would you?
No, you definitely would not. But then again, that would be all night, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be an MRI scan. What's the longest one you've ever had? And mine was about 30 minutes.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah. Quite a long one. It's quite a long time, isn't it, to stay absolutely still because you're not allowed to move.
Oh, that's right. Well, as soon as you go into that tube, you have the most maddening itch where you can't reach.
Yeah. Well, you can't reach. You can't. You can't even try to, can you? No. You're not allowed to. Oh.
Anyway.
I haven't had a scan or anything for a long, long time. There must be...
Well, you should treat yourself, Carol. Dear Nook and Cranny, after being in a lot of pain for the last couple of years, in the last few months, I've been diagnosed with severe osteoarthritis of the right hip at the age of just 57. See how this fits in?
Oh, yeah, it does.
The NHS waiting list for hip replacement surgery is about 3 to 8 years. Wow.
Oh, my God, is it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was less than 2. Anyway, so it says, so we've had to bite the bullet and get a loan so I can go private. If I've timed this right, I'll be on my operating table as this episode goes out. Failing that, the next episode will be close to my 50th birthday. So can you please, A, wish me a happy birthday? Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
And give me some suggestions as to how I can raise the 12 grand that I will need to pay off my loan.
Oh, my God. Is that how much it costs? 12 grand?
There's Neil in Narberth. Well,
Neil.
It's been a while because, I mean... These messages are from a while ago now because we've been very, very bad at keeping up. So I hope it went well. And I don't know. I mean, people are doing that. That what do you call it online, where you ask people money?
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that shocking? I don't want to talk about it because that's work, but really,
Yeah.
the state of the medical industry in this country, the NHS, just awful.
It really is shocking. That is a shocking statistic.
Yeah.
It's the 8 years, up to 8 years to wait for a hip replacement. And how many people must be waiting for a hip replacement?
Well, waiting for any kind of thing, it's millions.
Or anything. I know. Oh, God, it really upsets me, actually.
Yeah, well, blooming well right. 12 years of safe in their hands. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. That's work.
No, and also, like, someone who's paid tax all their life and into the NHS and can't get the treatment they need and have to get a loan for 12 grand to get their hip done.
Right,
oh, my
you're
God.
paying for it twice.
That it really is. I mean, it's infuriating as well as upsetting, isn't it?
Yes, so that's a line under that. I'm not talking about that anymore. Dear Knack and Cyril.
Knack and Cyril. They're getting very creative.
Aren't they just? A little bit too creative, if you ask me.
Yeah, calm down, dears.
Yeah. Dear Knack and Cyril, you guys were saying that award shows are boring and uneventful. I think Chris Rock would disagree.
Chris Rock. Which one's Chris Rock?
He's the guy that got slapped by Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, but that was all set up, wasn't it? Don't you think?
No. Are you
Don't
kidding?
think that was set up. It looked really staged to me.
No way. No.
Yeah, I mean, it was an award ceremony where something actually happened that kind of made the news, but I don't know. It just looked all a bit contrived.
It looked as though it was a bit until he hit him, and then he sat down and said, "Keep my wife's name out of your f***ing mouth." At the Oscars, no way was that staged.
Well,
he just went mad.
No, he did. He completely lost his didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
Was it the Oscars? Are you sure it was the Oscars?
Wasn't it the Oscars or
not the Golden Globes?
I get one of those award ceremonies.
Well, one of those boring awards that all look the same and
millionaires
never happens.
Millionaires telling each other how marvelous they are.
Yeah, and congratulating each other on this crap work.
Well, you're just playing pretend. Get over yourselves.
When was the last? I mean, I don't think I've watched a good new film for. I don't know. I really, honestly can't remember. I haven't seen the new Top Gun yet, though. You like that, didn't you? Did you like it?
I'm looking forward to seeing it again, but I have to say I'm a bit allergic to Americana. You know, all that kind of jock, yeah, all that stuff. And there's loads of it in there. It's like America throws up on you. So that bit of it was a bit annoying, but very exciting.
So when you come out of the cinema and you're covered in stars and stripes.
Yes. You've got ding-a-ling all over you.
Yeah, I do want to see that because I don't know who it was. It might have been you actually telling me that it was really was quite un-Hollywood. Like, like lately Hollywood is really, I don't know, there's always messages in everything and there ain't no message in this one. Was that you telling me that or not?
No, definitely not me. No.
Anyway, it was all a bit macho and
like American jock whooping and all of that. But anyway, the stunts and all that stuff, just great, really, really good. And I'm really looking forward to Mission Impossible as well. He's about the only one that's really doing that kind of thing anymore. That's my favourite genre. I hate that word. My favourite genre of movie, action adventure. And they're really, I mean, I guess the COVID thing shut all those, shut everything down, really, didn't it? So there needs to be another franchise to come along that's really good, like because Mission Impossible is terrific, but he can't just do it. It can't all be just him. Somebody else has to come along and take over.
I don't think I've seen any Mission Impossibles.
Oh, really?
But I'd say the other one that he was in that I did really, really like, it was just like a bloke's name. What was it?
Oh, Jason Bourne.
Oh that was good, but that wasn't Tom Cruise.
No.
No, John something.
John Woo. No, that's the director. John. It was.
Oh, it's a series of books about this guy who's got no identity. He lives without any kind of.
Right. Yeah, Jack
Reacher.
Jack Reacher. Right. That's the Tom Cruise movies. I haven't seen those. Are they any good?
Oh my God, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. And because he's so good at that kind of that genre, exactly.
Yeah,
he is really good at it, and
he does intense.
Yeah,
anybody.
One of those Jack Reacher films, I can't remember which one it is. It's got the best opening scene.
Oh, don't tell me.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not. Does
he ski off the side of a mountain and you think he's going to die, and then the parachute opens and it's the Union Jack?
That's James Bond. Was that an opening scene? No, the best.
Yeah, that was Roger Moore. Yeah,
Roger Moore. Da-da-da-da. But the other James Bond film that's got the great opening scene is Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. That one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the reboot, wasn't it? And you wondered how they're going to do this. Is it going to be suave James Bond like Roger Moore, and it's going to be a little bit funny? And it was in black and white for a start, and it was really gritty. And they smashed up the toilet, didn't they? It was excellent.
Yeah, and right from that moment, you knew he was just going to be like a tough guy.
Yeah. Like James Bond actually should be.
Yeah. I don't go along with all that raising the eyebrow and comedy detective or whatever. It's comedy spy. Yeah. I think he should be violent and horrible and brave.
Yeah. I tell you that my other favourite Bond opening is, I think it's the other suave one. The guy is not Roger Moore, but not Timothy Dalton. The other one.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah. The one where the guy runs along the top of a dam. Do you remember that one? And he attaches one of those elastic band things onto his feet. What is it where you attach an elastic band and you jump off a bridge?
A bungee.
Bungee jump, yeah. He attached a bungee to his feet and he dived off this dam. And it's the tallest thing you've ever seen in your life. And somebody actually had to do that. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, that was great.
Which one was it?
Well, I can't remember. It was one of his. You only have to watch the first 5 minutes to tell that it's that one, because it's right at the beginning. You know what Tom Cruise is really good in, and he's the bad guy in it, is...
Whoa, he's not a bad guy in anything.
No, he is. He's American Made is a good film with him in it, and he's not a bad guy in that. But that's like a based on a true story. American Made, that's excellent. But no, it's Collateral.
I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know. I can't remember.
But again, he does intense. Really, there's something about him, and even when he's being a bad guy, you're just rooting for him. There's just something about him, isn't there? Do you remember that movie, The Outlaws or The Outsiders?
No.
From the S.E. Hinton books, which I read as a child. I joined a book club as a child. Anybody under the age of 40. Books were things like lots of bits of paper stuck together with words on them. And it was all of those young kids who all became stars, like Emilio Estevez and Rob Lowe, and all those guys. They were packed with them, and Tom Cruise was in that, and I think that was maybe the first thing that he was in, and he just looked like this sort of slightly chubby, chipmunky kind of guy, and you would not have picked him out of that lineup as the one that was going to become the biggest star in the world.
Oh, I thought his first film was Cocktail.
No, I think no, because it was an ensemble piece. The Cocktail, he was a star, wasn't he? Yeah,
that's a good film.
Long time since I've seen that.
That was a good 80s film, isn't it?
Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with what we're supposed to be doing here. Have we helped anybody yet?
No. No. Well, we haven't really had any problems apart from the hip replacement guy.
Yeah.
still on that one.
And we ignored him. He was desperate. Yeah. He's 12 grand in the hole, and he probably can't walk properly yet. And we just completely ignored. You are a terrible person.
I am. What I really am. You have no idea. Right. What was his problem, though? Did he want us to help him out with the money or something?
Well, not us personally, but he wants us to come up with suggestions as to how he can raise 12 grand.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there's crowdfunding, isn't there?
Crowdfunding, yeah.
Yeah, or just, I don't know, rob a bank, maybe?
He could walk around his garden with one of those, like a frame.
A Zimmer frame.
Yeah, you could walk around his garden with a Zimmer frame.
What, instead of having the operation?
No, just to make money, like Captain Tom.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes. Raise money, but then you'd only be doing it for charity, not for yourself. Yeah. 12 grand, though. I still can't get over that. 12 grand.
Everything to do with medical is a colossal rip-off. Everything to do with medical. Like, if you've got two things, and one is for ordinarily abled people, and the other is aimed at some people with some sort of disability, the one with the disability will be 10 times the price for the same blooming thing.
Yeah, that is true.
It's shocking how much they rip people off in their hour of need.
Yeah, it's disgusting, actually. But I'm just wondering how much it would cost if you went somewhere else, like, I don't know, here, for example, because it's quite cheap here, medical care. I mean, generally, even if you pay full whack,
really?
It's still cheap. Yeah, like a scan, like with no discounts, just paying up front for like
600.
No, it's not even 100. It's like €80 or something.
Oh my God! A scan here is about 600.
Yeah, I know it is. I know an MRI scan or whatever is not. I knew someone who paid nearly £1,000 for it.
Wow.
I know, ridiculous. But down here, I mean, I don't know, like even a proper, what do you call where they inject you with stuff and then that sort of scan?
Is it barium?
No, they inject it into. Anyway, that was like be the most expensive scan that you can get, and even that I think was probably about €120. And this was before I was enrolled in any kind of French healthcare thing. So it was just that's what you pay. That's what everyone would have paid.
Yeah, and when you come out, they give you a latte and a croissant.
Well, they actually give you the bloody scan. They literally, as you leave, they give you the scan with all the notes, all the doctor's notes and everything in it.
Do they have these? Do they have these notes? No.
No, they don't. No, but honestly, I've got a drawer there with all our scans and everything we've had done. So,
so when people come around, like instead of holiday snaps,
we can show them my MRI scan. Yeah, you do. You keep your own medical history here. Nobody looks after it for you. You have to look after it yourself.
Right. Okay. We must stop talking about that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Right. Dear Nick and Carol, you ask politely to keep it short. Algorithms. Best regards, Dan in Blackpool.
Oh, is that it?
That's it, yes.
Well, not short enough, Dan.
No, that's right. Too blooming long, mate. Try harder. Right, here's one. Hello, guys.
I don't know what an algorithm is. What is it?
An algorithm. I think it's what a computer uses to like profile you, or to if you press A, it selects C as part of its process. I think that's what an algorithm is. If you look at your social media feed and you click on sunglasses, then the computer, wherever it is, probably in a giant database in Texas or somewhere, it will think, sunglasses. This person is going on holiday, and then they'll, so it's that kind of thing.
So they're basically very clever technology-based spies.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's, why don't we look it up? Because we've got the do you have the internet there?
I have the World Wide Web right in front of me.
Algorithm. A process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. Well, in my roundabout way, that's pretty much exactly what I said.
A basic algorithm for division is an example that they give.
Yeah.
Late 17th century. You've got the same dictionary as me.
Too much information.
Process or set. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose.
Right. Okay.
It's like a script then, isn't it? You write a script and make your computer do things that you want it to do without having to do it every time.
Correct. Amundo. Yeah. Okay, here's one. Related, oddly. Hello, guys. Absolutely love your show. I listen all the time. I actually do it on my Alexa.
Have people still got those things? Have they not smashed them with a giant hammer yet?
They're very, very useful. Anyway, it says, I am writing in because I noticed that Twitter has been giving me adverts. I still don't see adverts on Twitter.
Well, no, nor do I. I know. Someone else said this last week, and I've looked, and I don't have a single advert on my Twitter.
Well, if I look at it on my phone, which I'll do right now while you wait, I bet an advert comes up straight away. Hang on. Yes, McDonald's.
What?
First thing on my list is McDonald's. Some perky bird is telling me about my rewards.
Hey? On Twitter?
Yeah. On my phone. When I look at it on my PC, I've never seen an advert. So it must be my advert killing software that prevents it. But it does it very well. I'm very, very surprised that it does it so well.
Well, I haven't. It doesn't do it to me. I've just gone.
Well, have you got advert killing software on your phone?
No, not that I know of. I don't know. I might have made an algorithm for it.
Have you got an iPhone?
Yeah, I've got an iPhone.
Maybe it does it automatically. I don't know. But anyway, I'm writing because I noticed that Twitter has given me adverts. You say you don't do Facebook, but have you seen what adverts you get? I'm not sure what algorithm they use. As a woman that's single, I want to know why I have adverts for men's products like Viagra. So my problem for today is, what algorithms do these companies use for their adverts? As I feel the robots need sacking, says Abby. Well, here's a robot's response.
That's your new favourite thing, isn't it?
It is. Love it.
I'm on my Huawei phone now, which is not an iPhone, and I still don't have any adverts.
Well, you're complaining about Alexa. Alexa, turn off.
Turn off the adverts on Twitter.
You're complaining about Alexa spying on you, and you're using one of them Huawei phones.
I've got, actually, no, something's just come up for Visit Philippines. No, that's because I'm following them. That's the reason that's there.
Right.
No, I don't get this adverts on Twitter.
It's bizarre. But how else do they make money? I mean, they're not doing it for charitable reasons, are they? They make a boatload of money. So adverts is the only way, because you don't pay for it.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. That's a true fact.
Did we win some football game yesterday or something?
Oh, keep up.
I've just seen it on Twitter.
Right.
Honestly, we've had friends here, so I haven't really been paying attention to anything. I didn't even read the Sunday Times yesterday. I mean, Oh my God, I always read the Sunday Times. And I didn't realise that they won that game. It's the women's team, wasn't it?
They did, yeah. Well, if it had been the men's team, this country would be flipped upside down and on fire by now. We'd have been so delighted. No,
it would have come to a complete standstill, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
Yeah. Well done, girls.
Yeah, good on you, girls.
Yeah, brilliant. That's like a World Cup. A World Cup. Fantastic.
Right, Euro. I think it was Euros, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, I see. I don't know.
I haven't really been paying that much attention myself, really, because, I hesitate to say this on the air, but I'm just not that interested.
But you like football, though, don't you?
Well, I like football, yeah, but I'm not interested in every game. I'm not interested in first division football or under 19s football, or, I want to see the best players I've only got so much time in the day. I don't want to see the second best players. I want to see the best players. It's like, do you want to go and see your local athletic club take on the club from Chelmsford? No, you want to see the blooming Olympics,
Do you know what's really weird, though, when I've just logged into Twitter on my computer, and a big thing about Chris Rock has just come up.
Oh, yeah? Wow. That is spooky.
Do you think that's spooky?
That is very spooky. I bet there's somebody listening to this right now. Shh.
That's thrown me a little bit, actually.
Don't say anything. Shh.
It's about Chris Rock. Apparently, Will Smith's put an apology video out for that exact award ceremony that person wrote in about. Wow. Oh my God! How weird is that?
It's like the circle of life.
Oh, do you know what? I need to get rid of all my technology.
Yes, including your air conditioner.
No, I'm not getting rid of that. It's here now, and and I hardly ever use it. So don't blame me if the planet explodes. All you need is a couple of days at 40 degrees, and the whole country catches fire over there. It doesn't here, weirdly.
Amazing. Yeah, well, yeah. It is astonishing how I don't ever recall like wildfires in this country. Do you?
No. I don't ever remember like houses spontaneously combusting either.
Amazing.
And I don't ever remember like things like there was a headline when that hot weather was on its way, and it said ambulances in the queue at A&E could catch fire. It's like, how?
Oh, no.
Yes, seriously. I mean, why would they even say that?
That doesn't sound like it's safe for patients to be in an ambulance that's on fire. Well, it's like, hello, 999, which service would you like? All of them.
Yeah, but how many times have you ever heard anywhere in the world, like in Dubai, for instance, where at the moment it's regularly 120 degrees or whatever, have you ever heard of an ambulance spontaneously combusting on its way to the hospital or anything? No. So why put that headline? Oh, it was on the front of the Mail, I think. Well, on the Mail online, it was the top story. Ambulances might catch fire while in the queue at A&E. Hey?
Right, here's another one. In rural France, this says, just test her pronunciation of the below, says Anthony.
Right.
In rural France, the priority is for those joining not already on the roundabout, even if on their way to the bottle bank.
No, well, you would think it was, yes. Obviously, officially, it isn't, but that's the way it appears.
That's mad. Why do those on the roundabout have to give way to the people who haven't joined the roundabout yet?
No, they don't.
That's the wrong way round.
Yeah, but they don't. Officially, that's not the case. But what these people are guessing from what I say about moaning about people who never ever look at the roundabout before they enter it. You would think that was the case. You would think that the rule was like, people on the roundabout have to give way to the people joining it. They have to because no one takes any notice of any of the cars that are anywhere.
You just blast through it. Yeah.
Seriously, they don't even look most of the time. So it's a really...
So he wants you to pronounce priority from the right in French. No.
Priorité de droite.
Well, that's not what I got written here, but...
Well, what does he say then?
Priorité à droite.
À droite. Okay, I always get me does and me as mixed up.
Your what and your ass mixed up?
No, me does and me as. So sometimes it's like if you're talking about a city, it's like If you're talking about a country, it's or something like that. I mean, it's such a complicated language.
Is it like when is an island big enough that you are in the island, not on the island?
Yes, I know. You regularly bring this up, Nickers.
Do I? So boring.
Yeah, but it is a good point.
Yeah.
Why are you sometimes on an island, or why sometimes you're in an
island.
You don't say in an island, do you? Or
Well, I'm in Britain. Britain is an island.
Yeah, you wouldn't say on it, would you?
No, you would not. No, you'd say on the Isle of Man.
Oh yeah,
but not. You might say on the island of Ireland. So there's a difference between the island of Ireland and the island of GB. At some point between those two sizes, you're in, not on.
Yeah. Has it got something to do with size, though?
I think it's got something to do with algorithms. Right, here's one. What do you two old farts think about the kids' shows these days? I'm in my 20s and I adore Hector's House, Rainbow and the Wooden Tops still to this day. Still to this day. You're in your 20s and you're using phrases like still to this day.
In your 20s? What, still in the 20s? And how do you watch those shows? How do you watch them? Because they weren't around.
It must be on YouTube. There must be. Da, 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 da.
That's Rainbow. Da, 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 da. Hector's House. Oh, I'm a naughty old Hector.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I used to like all those. What was the other one? What was the third one?
With the Wooden Tops. Do you remember the clanger? Yeah. Woo! With the soup dragon. How would a dragon eat soup? I mean, I imagine that it was eating soup, not like spraying it instead of fire.
I don't know. I don't know why a dragon would eat soup. It's got to eat something, isn't it? It's a dragon.
And what was that? What was the whole thing with Zebedee, by the way? What was that about? Time for bed? Keep your hands to yourself, mate.
Yeah, that was, well, everybody seems to think that was something to do with, like, drugs or something.
Well, no, the Dylan the rabbit was permanently stoned.
Yeah, that's right. It was Dylan, wasn't it? Dylan the rabbit. It was like, oh, man.
Yes. You know, that was, I think I've got this right. I maybe heard it once and I just took it on board and I've believed it ever since. But it was a French show, so in French, and it was then dubbed in English, but the guy who did it didn't know what the story was, so he just made it up.
Eh?
I don't think he spoke French, so he didn't know what he was translating. It wasn't a translation from the French. I think the guy just made the story up based on...
What, just changed the story?
Yeah. He didn't change the story. He just watched the show and then made up what he thought was going on. That's probably complete nonsense, but that's what I heard. I'll look that up later.
Well, yeah, please do, because I don't know it, or maybe I do, but maybe I didn't realise that that's what they were doing on it, making up a story because they couldn't do the language. So what was the point of putting the actual programme out?
Oh, it was great. Didn't you like it? I liked it. I can't remember anything at all, but I can remember theme tunes to TV shows I watched 50 years ago. What's that about?
Yeah, that's a problem. I can't remember anything either. Like every time you start talking about someone or something, I can never remember who it is, what's the name, what it was. It's like I almost even can't remember what I was going to say.
No, that's alcohol, Carol. You know what you need? You need one of these.
Probably do. I think maybe if I just didn't drink any wine for a few days, I might feel better.
I've just done 10 shows in a row again, and I haven't. I'm looking forward to having a cocktail later on.
Oh, have you not had a drink for 10 days?
No, can't drink when I'm doing a show.
God, I can't remember the last time I went 10 days without a drink. Probably 2018, I think.
The note of horror in your voice as you're contemplating that.
It's not. It is actually. There's no excuse. I really have got to start behaving myself.
Yeah, behave. Woman of your age.
I know. A woman of my age. It's shameful.
Hi, Nick and Carol. I just heard you talking about good old music as compared to the modern stuff, and I couldn't agree more. Being 31 myself, I always struggle to find good music if it's not by going back to the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. To be honest, nothing that's come out ever since seems to be worth listening to. I was wondering if you could suggest any great albums you remember from your younger days. Can I also say I'm a big fan of Carol's personality, and Nick's got such a sexy voice. Thanks for reading this for a Spaniard called Antonio. Oh, that's nice. He likes you for your personality, and I'm just a sex object.
Antonio, what a lovely name, Antonio.
Yeah.
Sounds
right. Okay, we're not going to dwell on all of that old stuff. So pick one album from the very first, among the first albums that you bought, to pass on, and then we'll move on.
Okay. Well, it's going to have to be David Bowie.
Right. Which one?
The one where he's got the zigzag makeup on his face. See, I can't even remember the title. Aladdin Sane.
Aladdin Sane. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good choice. A bit obvious, if you don't mind me saying so.
I know, but I can't think straight today. I'm too hungover.
I'm going to pick the first album that I ever bought, which was Sheet Music by 10cc, which I stand by. I think that's a great album.
That's the first album you ever bought?
It is.
Sheet Music. Is that like a pun?
Well, no. But you have to say it very carefully, of course.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
You have to really enunciate precisely. But no, it's like sheet music, what you work from as a musician.
I don't think I've ever even heard that album.
Oh, you should. Well, there you are. Homework.
Yeah, I'll look it up actually on one of the things that I've got later.
Well,
Amazon Music.
Yes.
Amazon
Alexa,
Prime.
play Sheet Music by 10cc.
Don't wind the Alexas up. No. All the people listening to this, their Alexas they'd be playing 10cc now.
Actually, they'll be automatically enrolling them in a music service. So just switch your Alexa off right now immediately. Otherwise, you'll be hooked up for life. It's very bad like that.
Yeah, very bad.
Hi, Nick and Carol. My concern is the word woke, which still confuses...
This is sausages and dingleberries.
Okay. Shall I read it through, or should we just cancel it there?
Well, let's hear what they've got to say first, and without, just don't like writing it off. We don't have to talk about it.
No.
Just read the letter.
Right.
Yeah?
Well, we've got warning bells ringing in our minds. Hi, Nick and Carol. My concern is the word woke, which still confuses me. I agree with a lot of what this word represents, but when I hear it mentioned, it sends a chill up my spine through its universal use for any situation that apparently offends. Do you think we can create a new law similar to Godwin's, where any use of the word woke automatically voids the argument purely based on its overuse? Let's call it Morgan's law. Oh, as in Piers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know Godwin's law? I just learned something this week. Godwin's law.
What is it?
Maybe I should look it up, or I just say it off the top of my head. It's the law that in any argument, if it goes on long enough on social media, somebody's going to say Nazi.
That's Godwin's law. Who's Godwin? Who made that up?
No idea. I think that's Godwin's law. I learned that this week. It's true. That's why it's funny.
It is true. Yeah, no, it's a very good observation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't make it a law.
You don't go to prison if you don't obey. No.
Mr. Godwin, or whoever Godwin was or is.
Mr. So-called Godwin.
Yeah, so what's that got to do with the W word?
Well, you're just saying that there's a Godwin's law. Well, I'll call this Morgan's law. Any argument on social media, if it goes on long enough, someone's going to say woke, which is true.
Yeah, it is a bit overused. It's like a lot of words, isn't it? They get overused and then suddenly they don't mean anything at all. But did it ever mean anything anyway? I don't know.
Now, have we strayed into sausages and dingleberries territory?
Well, we could do. quite want to talk about hobbies.
Right then, hobbies. It was your topic, so you go ahead. I can't really recall. I said you go ahead, and then I started myself.
Yeah.
No, listen to me.
Yeah. I'll talk about me. Someone tried to insult me once by saying, you don't even have any hobbies.
Oh, I could do a lot better than that.
Seriously. It was like, oh, that's a really terrible thing. And that makes you a bad person because you don't have any hobbies.
Yeah, no.
And I probably didn't at the time.
That makes you a bad person, Carol.
What? No. Please stop it. Don't make it worse. Yeah, and then I thought, no, I didn't actually think, right, I must get myself a hobby. The person who'd said it to me, I just thought, F you. Wow, I mean, it was someone I didn't really like very much.
But that is your hobby, though, isn't it? Saying F you.
No, that's not a hobby. I have a proper.
It's more like a pastime.
I've got a couple of proper hobbies now. Like photography is my big hobby.
Oh.
But I like sewing as well. I've got a sewing machine now. Yeah.
What?
So that's quite a hobby, isn't it? But
I've got a pair of trousers that need taking up.
Well, I did take a pair of jeans up recently, and I did fix the curtains, and I did fix a pair of trousers where the hem had fallen down. So I don't know. I don't like do macrame or whatever it is, the sewing thing where you make a picture. I don't do that. What's it called?
Macrame. Is macrame?
No, that's macrame. Macrame is using string to make
the emphasis was on the first syllable, macrame. But I'm not a macrame expert.
No, you're definitely pronouncing that wrong. You're gonna get a letter about that. It's macrame.
Mispronunciation over here.
No, I'm telling you, macrame is not macrame.
Well, maybe that's the Americanism. That's how
macrame.
Macrame. I bet they do.
So what are your hobbies then? Do you have a hobby?
Well, hang on a minute.
What?
Sewing. Do you combine the sewing with your other hobby, drinking alcohol?
No, that's not a hobby. That's a way of life.
Right.
No, I don't. I don't have alcohol while I'm using the sewing machine. It's quite dangerous. It's electric.
Yeah. But that's not really a hobby. That's more like mending.
Well, I know, but I change things. You know what I mean? I look at things. I think, oh, how can I make that better? And then I alter it and make it better.
Well, like what?
Well, like, I don't know, a pair of trousers that I maybe don't like as being flared anymore. Or so I'll make them straight. Or if they're too long and I want a pair of sort of, cropped trousers, I'll cut them and then sew them and make them different. I
cannot picture you doing this. You're making this up.
I'm not making it up. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. In fact, I've got 2 sewing machines.
Why?
I've got an electric one and I've got a manual one sitting in my mother-in-law's garage still, which I bought off eBay from the 70s. It's a 70s one.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah, I know. People are quite surprised. But you see, when I was at school, you learnt how to sew. And kids now probably don't even know how to sew a button on. I mean, It's not exactly rocket science. It's not difficult, but people wouldn't know where to start with, even threading a needle.
They just throw that shirt away and buy another one.
That's right. That's exactly right. Whereas I don't throw anything away. I was darning a shirt the other day. Darning it. Some people don't even know what darning is.
Can you darn socks?
I used to darn socks, yeah.
Oh, Carol, I'm going to send you a box full.
My grandma taught me how to darn things, and I did used to darn.
Stop saying darn. You're freaking me out.
Well, it's a weird word, isn't it? It's a weird word.
You can read it like that, yeah.
Like a hell of a lot of people really wouldn't know what darning is.
No.
But that makes older people much more planet friendly, doesn't it? Because they didn't just throw things away.
The circular economy. Correct. Yeah.
And they kept them. So anyway, so what's your hobbies?
Make, do, and darn. Well, I never really had any. For a while there, I did airfix models. I can remember sort of half building a plane and getting bored.
Airfix. See, that is something really from the past.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore, do they, airfix planes?
I would be surprised, but they're so fiddly, and those little pots of paint, they smelled nice, I seem to remember. But not for me, really.
That would just take so long. It would take so long to do, because you're right. They're little tiny little plastic bits that you have to take off all the...
Very, very annoying.
Oh, yeah.
You break one of them and then that's it.
Yeah.
Game's over. I used to do what you do. I used to go out with a camera a lot, an old SLR with actual real film in it.
Yeah.
And since I bought this phone... which has got an unbelievably good camera in it for, a thing that's about a half a centimetre deep. I've been taking a lot of pictures with that for the first time since I used to go out with my SLR.
What phone have you got?
It's
Samsung.
I think it's a Samsung, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the cameras on phones now are pretty bloody extraordinary, aren't they?
Amazing.
How do they make them that good in just a stupid little phone? And it is rendering cameras redundant. It is making them redundant.
Yeah, you would think so. But the amount of people I see now with old style, I guess they're digital, but old style cameras with around their neck. It's like vinyl. I think it's getting a resurgence. There's loads of them everywhere I go. There's people with huge cameras with giant lenses. You go to like a garden or wherever, and I think it's like a big wave of interest in that kind of thing now.
Well, it's true actually, and film as well, because like you used to be able to buy. There's a camera that I've had for I don't know, since the 90s, and I've got about 4 of them now, because you can't get hold of them, and when you see one, you have to buy it because they break. And I used to be able to pick one of those up for about, I don't know, 100 quid maybe, and this is for a 35-year-old camera. But now they cost like 500-600 quid.
Wow.
So I actually think that. I think people are getting back into film, and like you say, like vinyl, not necessarily digital. I know they design new digital cameras to make them look like retro old film cameras. They're like silver, and they kind of look that way. They design them like that. So there is a thing, and people are looking out for them. But you're in London, and it's tourist season, so that's why you probably see a lot of cameras around.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many people around. I don't know about you, but I'm not used to being in massive, huge, throbbing crowds. It just, oh God, I can't like it when I had a bit of space. There just seems to be too many people. How can there be this many people?
Well, I know people are missing, like, traveling, aren't they? And they're going on holiday and visiting places, going to London. But London's always like that, though. I even not in the tourist season. London is always too busy. Oxford Circus. Oh my God. Ugh. You'd have to
yes, my thoughts entirely. Oxford Circus. Ugh. Yeah.
Exactly. It's always a nightmare. Even though they put that crossing thing where you can do like they do in Japan, it still takes you like half an hour to cross the road.
No, I would walk quite a distance to avoid going anywhere near Oxford Circus. But you know where tourists are going? The zoo. And here's our last one.
Oh, blimey.
Dear Nick and Carol, I've just been listening to your latest podcast, and like Nick, I recently went to the zoo. While there, I went to watch the monkeys whacking. And then I went to watch the tigers still whacking. Best wishes, Craig.
Well, there's nothing like a good whack at the zoo, I suppose, is there? It's quite funny, that. It's funny. No, it is funny. Right. It's not quite funny.
What do you do?
Well, what do I do? Well, I do a TV show called Loose Women. You might have heard of it.
No.
It's on ITV at 12:30, Monday to Friday. And this week I'll be on Thursday and Friday on the show. And I also write a column for a magazine called Best Magazine, which is available in newsagents and supermarkets, not necessarily the best ones. And that's out weekly on Tuesday. And this week it's about...
Me!
Well, it is about me.
What?
It's about me, not you.
Oh.
It's about me, and it's about, I don't know, I think it's about plastic surgery or something like that.
Oh, right. Okay, that was the one from last week that...
Yeah, the one that got dumped. Yeah, got bumped from the magazine. But it's back in this week.
Right, okay, good.
Yeah. And what do you do, Nickers?
Thanks for asking. I do two other podcasts apart from this one. One's called the Nick Abbot Habit, which is clips from old shows. And I started doing clips from the spring of 2020, which is when the Mad Bat disease came on.
Yeah,
and it was kind of funny, as before it came, and so it's sort of like, I'm not saying it's an important historical document, but it is interesting to see from this position what we were thinking back then.
Yeah.
But then I listened to like the following one to get clips from it. It was so serious and like it wasn't funny anymore. And I thought maybe I should skip ahead a couple of months. So I did. So I sort of missed the nightmare part, and we're back with the funny again. So that's called the Nick Abbot Habit. Best of half an hour comes out on Mondays, like this does. And then there's the Whole Show podcast, Carol. It's the whole show that I do on the radio Friday and Saturday night. You know, we take the news and the ads out, which means it takes less time to listen to. You'll use less electricity. And by this time next year, you'll have saved up enough to pay Carol to turn up your hems. And I'll be back on the radio Friday, Saturday and Sunday night at 10 on LB Seeing You.